Fala galerinha, tudo bem com você? Ó, o Torgal, que bonitinho. Vem aqui falar da puta, quero fazer carinho em você. Então tá bom.
Quem é Thor?
Torgal. Esse lobo aqui, ó. Bora lá falar com o tio cachaceiro.
Você nem terminou de se cumprimentar.
É verdade. Deus abençoe. Se vocês gostarem, deixa o like, se inscreve, compartilhe, porque ajuda muito e bora lá.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere. And pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then. Just as you arranged. And put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosvi.
Isso. Primeiro vamos concluir a missão.
Soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prime.
É bem longe mesmo, hein?
Eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
Nossa, graça.
God, those soldiers started.
There's all that crashing and banging about.
Chocou, que bonitinho. Se chacoalhando. Sul do deserto Velcroy. Vamos lá, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Fiel Corcel. Jesus! Olha que lugar bonito. Nossa, seguro. Você tá bravo, Falaio? Não, porra. Ixi, ali a areia é branca?
Come on.
Segura o grosso aí, vai.
Straight home now.
Ai, me deu uma bicada, viado. Mudar. Vem. Fusão.
Em que esse tipo de coisa
Tá. Que isso? Cusão.
Thanks, girl.
Nossa. É só. Segurei pra mim, vai. Nossa, pedra branca.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Forró dos vai tá foda. Os cachorros. Cala a boca. Apareceu do lado esquerdo agora. Mais caminhos. Homens do Cuca. Não dá pra brincar com vocês, quero matar vocês. Parece uma armadilha.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
É uma galerinha. Vamos rolar.
Over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Olha particular de cuca, é? Feiticeiro não mata. Oh, o Torgo se transforma comigo, eu não tinha reparado nisso. Nossa! Segura o grosso aí, cuzão. Ah não, ele tá transformado ainda, acho que ele tem um próprio tempo dele. Um rapaz, velho. Ó, o cara até o chocou pra brigar. E ainda não passei de nível.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Galera aí.
it occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the south gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this.
É mais uma marca. A rosa do deserto.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Sei não.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Acho que agora passou de nível. E missão secundária, puta merda.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luba's having fun.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luba's least accomplished to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to... He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So,
Good question. If I'm honest, and then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of...
the way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's We need information.
You're right. There's no... Now, who to speak? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their... Right. I'll talk to every...
All right.
Let's hope there's someone...
Puta que pariu.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. No, first and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls sheep steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Licença, moça.
All those years of toil, every coin I've ever earned.
You all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be... I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water. I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you, go to Dusnoff Terrace.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will... These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble... My livelihood, my very life.
Yeah,
Silver platters, sweet incense. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
olha só.
1,000 gil for a music.
Agora com quem que eu falo?
I'll be asking for you again.
This town is truly blessed.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
It would make a fine gift.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock were carting off our crystals for themselves?
Caralho, velho.
Plates and pots!
Oh, just look at the detail.
Outro baú. Mas rapaz, velho.
We can make our way back to
Fucking men of the wrong.
Surpreenda que a tua original importada do outro lado do mar. Com uma picadinha, seu pardal vai cantar.
I need to drink.
You're going to drink my pockets dry.
Azulzinho. Véi. Não é possível um negócio desse, não.
Hanging lanterns, keep the doctors from your...
Maluco, como assim, velho?
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Yes, they're quite sought after. Lord Kupka has several similar pieces in his collection.
Do caralho.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how.
Ah, vai tomar no cu.
1,000 gil for a measly.
Achei, porra. Foda-se.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Plates and pots!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
So, you learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs his too heavy and they do his shoulder.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to... No. We must be missing something.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't have... Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light, meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows that...
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells... I bet she'd know a thing or...
Pariu de contar, hein? Quer dizer, visite a ferroada fatal e beba cada garrafa como se fosse a última.
Come on. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill.
Rapaz, velho, esse negocinho de fazer uma faca tá indo longe.
Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done.
Limestone? Fine. Besides, I want to know if this is the...
I can't thank you. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terrace.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at...
Right you are. You crush.
Eu vou ter que ir pra cá de qualquer jeito. Não pode entrar nessa idade que chocou. Tristinha.
That'll do, girl.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Silver platters.
Are you
Fala
looking
aqui,
for
o que
something
você tem?
particular? Thank you for your custom.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Clive.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Calma. Porra, é um rolê que eu tenho.
But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Don't tell me you put down ready to go.
What the hell are those things?
Que diabo é aquilo? Aquilo, meu amigo, são demônios. Esse lugar tá top, hein? Então.
By the flames.
Queria dar um chutão nele.
Explains the heat.
De novo essa caralho, esse movimento de raio. Aí é foda, eu bato ou esquivo. Não dá, não. Ah, merda.
Frying pan.
Você tá bravo? velho e eu. Segura o braço, cara. Eu sei, Jorginho.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
É um baúzinho aqui, moscando.
Come on.
Eita, que lugar branco pro zóio, meu Deus.
Come on, girl.
No need to ride from here.
What do you want? Directions?
Cara grosso.
Hanging lanterns, keep... There he is. The man who... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck.
Entendi. Nada de experiência. Olha. 2.2 segundos, quanta coisa.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Needed to a silken
Juiciest meat.
Take a sniff, good sir.
They're quite salt.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Uma pedra branca e quebradiça que cresce nas fontes termais terapêuticas próximas às Dalimil. Se forma, né? Cresce, não cresce.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you...
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
The Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
If it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable, but only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
And now that's beneath.
My carpets have it would make a
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Just look at the
Finally, we'll be able to get one.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Run like the wind.
Run like the wind.
Come on, girl.
A mandíbula.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Tinha que me dar uma explorada. Prés do Draco. Diferente dos outros cristais Mater de Valistia, que param sobre o reino, a Prés do Draco foi escondida bem no fundo em um rochedo raso que os especialistas chamam de Geodo. Mas isso vai ficar pro próximo episódio.